Mm. So, I'm here today and we're going to talk about mental health. I am Dr. Wilhelmina, and our focus this month is mental health awareness. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month, so I'm bringing you something about mental health. Uh, so, we're going to talk about mental health breaks. Well, not breaks, mental health um, days, taking a mental health day off from work. So this week, I needed a mental health day after the whirlwind weekend of the graduation and everything that went on the weekend. I was worn out, but I had to go to work on Monday because Monday I was the only one in the office, so I definitely had to go. But by the time Thursday hit, I needed a break. So what we're talking about when we're talking about mental health days is you may not be as productive, you may be worn out, you might feel like you just need some time. Maybe not a full vacation, right? So a mental health day is a day you take to get a break away. And put my glasses on because I do have my notes. Uh, so they allow you to focus on your mental health and then come back to work renewed, having energy to go back into doing the job that you're there to do. You can be more productive, vice being unmotivated. So that's pretty much where I was. I wasn't really motivated to work on that day. So, and it can come in different forms. So, let's talk about the different forms. It could come in the form of you scheduling the day off, like I did. I scheduled it. It could come in 1 or 2 days off. You could block off. Maybe it's during, you're not going to take a day off. Maybe you're just taking a break to go to an appointment for therapy. That's a break, a mental health break, also, or a mental health time off. You might call out for the whole day, which I did consider calling out for the whole day. But instead, I scheduled so it could be known that I was going to be gone. And then I can let all the customers know with an out of office instead of calling out. Um, you might be at work and realize you need to go now. And so you might take a mental health day at that moment because you need to leave now. So it might come impromptu. You need to leave now because you know that you're stressed and you just really need to go home, renew yourself, and then come back to work with that better renewed energy. So the article I'm working with is on wellmark.com. The thing is, though, the article is really written towards leaders or supervisors, their point of view on it. But as I give you this information, think about it from your point of view, right? Uh, as an employee, also. So you want to encourage, as a leader, encourage conversations about mental health. Don't stifle it. Don't keep them from talking about those kind of things or make it taboo. Have open dialogue about these types of things. And if you're a supporter of somebody who's having some issues or needing that break, you not necessarily a supervisor. Make it open. It's okay to talk about it. It's not taboo. We all have times when we need to take a break, right? So, one of the things I found with me that was going on when I needed my break was definitely I wasn't motivated. I was really just sitting on my chair, like, oh, I've got to do this or that, but still, getting work done because I'm having work calls coming in and requests for information coming in. So you can't just turn it off. You got to respond. But at the same time, I know that I wasn't motivated. I was dragging. I was just really emotionally tired. I had a great weekend and I was excited about it, and all that energy I gave to the weekend wasn't there when I came back to work. So also when you're someone's going to take that time off, make sure you show support for that. Um, allowing the time off. And if you think it was somebody was scamming the system or whatever, or even if you're a coworker or anything, oh, they were scamming, they could have stayed at work, whatever, just allow that open time for them to go do what they need to do. And then later, after the fact, as a supervisor or leader, you can ask, are you okay? Are you 100%? Um, have conversations about what's going on at that point. And you can also, in the encouraging the conversation about mental health, going back to that, you can provide resources. Provide them with, like, maybe they need a resource. Maybe they need to seek out a therapist. There's online therapists that they can go to. You can actually give them resources to read, even so they can just kind of understand what they're going through, or give them the resources to who they need to see at work. Maybe you have an employee assistance program, whatever it is, provide that. And if you're a supporter, not a supervisor or leader, you know that information, share it with your coworker. Hey, look, this is here. Okay, so back to the conversation of the mental health day as a leader. So, say you think they're scamming the system, allow that time off. Don't stop them. Then come back to a conversation, like I said, later when they return. And when they do, you can talk about the issues that you have, because before they come back, you're going to check their performance. You see how their performance is going. If you have an issue with the performance, that's a side conversation, not the same conversation as the taking the mental health day. Make sure you separate those. Um, and then follow up. So it's maybe they just needed mental health day, and it wasn't anything about gaming the system or anything like that. Make sure you follow up and ask them, are you at 100%? Like I said earlier, um, you can talk about the whys, like why they needed the mental health day, but still respect their privacy. You don't want to go too deep into it. Just if they can talk about it. If they can't, then respect it. Leave it alone. Um, Ask them if they need any additional support. Like, what do you need? Do you have everything you need? Then that's another time you can provide resources also. And if you show that um, care and concern, then they'll appreciate it. They'll be happy to know that their supervisor or the coworker or whoever's supporting them, that they understand them, and that they may not know the specifics of what happened, but they are there to support. As a supervisor or a leader, though, you might also want to consider giving the person a lighter schedule temporarily. Lighter, not lighter schedule, lighter duties temporarily, because you may not have the option to have a lighter schedule. That goes into money. Time is money, right? So, employees also, as an employee, you could be honest in the situation, giving them a little bit to go on so they kind of understand, but without, you don't have to give up all your privacy. It's just something to consider. So mental health breaks, it could be a day, it could be an hour or two, it could be calling out altogether for the day, or it could be um, just a need to leave right away. So, in that case, you really need to communicate something. You can't just take off, right? So, yeah, that was our May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So that was our ode to Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're recognizing this, and we know this is an issue for a lot of people. When you need to take the time, you need the break, you need to do it. You need to think about yourself and your family. What good are you to the workplace, the family, and if you're not taking care of yourself? So take those breaks when you need them. And like I said, there's other ways. They come in several forms, those breaks. I remember I worked at a place and it was high stress. But the funny thing is, the specific job wasn't high stress. It was some of the inner workings in the office of the behaviors and things like that. And a friend of mine, and our mental health break was just stop what we were doing and take a walk around the buildings that were in our area. It didn't take that long. It's just like a break. And that would get us away from whatever the situation was, the stress. Or we'd go downstairs to the coffee shop, walk down there, get some coffee, and come back because it was open most of the day. So we'd go get coffee and we'd talk along the way. We were supporters of each other. So that worked for us. So I do miss her too, my Christina. But yeah, we mental health breaks or days are needed. They're a must. So check that out. And the article is on wellmark.com. And I actually have that Wellmark is under Blue Cross Blue Shield. So I actually have that insurance. So it was nice to be able to pull the article. But you can get it without being a member. Just search on Google for mental health days and then put in Wellmark and it'll come up for you. So check it out. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message. We can talk about it. But I am Dr. Wilhelmina, and this day was about mental health breaks in recognition of Mental Health Awareness Month, which was May. So the month's almost over. So we got that in there. Have a beautiful day. Call me, contact me. I'm sorry, email me. Don't call me. If you want more information, have a beautiful day. Take care.